Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm reviewing a pen from YStudio. It is the portable fountain pen and this is the brassing version. So this YStudio is a Taiwanese company who make really lovely, super good quality, interesting pens. Lots are made out of metal and brass and things like that. This pen comes in a couple of different versions. This is the brassing version, which is brass with a black lacquered coating. It also comes in a copper version. I'll show you the packaging, I'll show you the parts and features of the pen, and then we'll do writing sample, size comparisons, all that sort of stuff. This is the box the pen comes in. It's sideways just so I can get it all in the shot. Cardboard sleeve. Quite a big box for a pen like this. And then you get a lovely sturdy cardboard box with a lid that, get it out of the way of the camera, opens out. And then you get the information booklet, which is printed on beautiful quality paper. You also get a sheet of sandpaper because the idea is that you can take some of the black lacquer off the pen and personalize it or strip it back to the brass or whatever the case may be. You also get a little leather lanyard. When it comes, by the way, that is where the pen sits in there. Little leather strap that you can put through the hole there in the top of the cap, either when it is in this tube or not in this tube. And this is the tube. So this can be used for, simple, moving the pen around. Actually easier to put it in the other way. Don't know why I even tried. There we go. It's made of wood, and it's the idea being that you could put the lanyard through here or any lanyard on there, and then you unscrew that, it's attached in there, and then you can just remove your pen. So really safe, secure way of transporting this rather unique pen, but really beautiful packaging, and lots of thought has gone into even this much. Let's now talk about the pen itself. So we start at the top. You can see it's got that lanyard loop in the top there. It's a hexagonal pen, so it's beautifully faceted with this black lacquer with the brass showing on the corners, which I quite like. I like the lines of that. It's got this minimal branding on there, just YStudio laser engraved there. It is completely straight from top to bottom, and the bottom of the pen is just a flat base there. It's a snap cap and it's secure. It's not going to come off super easy, and especially when you've got it in that tube, that's actually a super secure way of transporting it. The section is brass and it is slim, and the pen does not post, but it's an okay size. The beauty of this pen is its portability and the fact that it is a great everyday writer in that respect. It's strong, it's sturdy, robust, all of that sort of stuff, and reliable. It has a Schmidt nib. I got it with a medium here, just a gold coloured steel Schmidt nib. And it is a international standard cartridge and converter pen. You can't eyedropper it because it is made of metal, but this converter has some nice little brass detailing with YStudio on it. It comes with a converter, which is great. Little O-ring there on the end of the threads to really lock the barrel down. The pen retails in Australia, where I got it for $300 Australian, or it is available from a couple of retailers in the US for around the $160 mark. So this puts it in a slightly higher price point for a steel nib, but I think it's a really unique pen, and that packaging and some of those little accessories make this more than just the average steel nibbed fountain pen, in my opinion. For a size comparison, I've put it alongside a Lamy Safari here. So you can see it is a slightly shorter pen than the Safari. And as I said, this pen does not post. Uncapped, it is still considerably shorter than the Safari. And of course, the Safari does post, giving it much greater length than the YStudio pen here. The specs for this pen, capped, it's 138 millimeters, and uncapped, it's 119. So not super long, but I think long enough for most people to use. There is a step down off the barrel there. It's smooth, it's not uncomfortable, but it does sort of prevent you from necessarily holding the pen much further back. And it is a small sort of number 5 nib, I think. It's pushing the, sort of the length of where you can hold it. The section goes from 7.5 to 9 millimeters, so it is a fairly slim section there. The weight of the pen is 46 grams. So it's a fairly heavy pen. It is brass after all, and 30 of that is in the body of the pen. So when you're writing with it, you're writing with a 30-gram pen, the cap just weighing 16 grams there. Should also say the diameter of the body of the pen through here is 12 millimeters. So not a super big pen, will fit in most pen cases, but very, very comfortable. For the writing sample today, I have the usual Clairefontaine 90-gram paper. What we have here is the YStudio portable fountain pen. And this is the brassing model. I have it with a medium Schmidt steel nib. It does also, I think, come in a fine nib. I just got it in medium because that is my personal preference. The ink I'm using today is very cool. It is Diamine Writer's Blood. This is the most recent, well, as this is being filmed, the most recent Diamine ink that was created in collaboration with the Reddit fountain pen community. I think it's a great colour and a really lovely ink. It feels great and it feels lovely in this pen. I've had this ink in here for a few days now after having gone through a fill of another ink on this pen. And what I can say is that the pen is super reliable. It is smooth. It writes beautifully under its own weight. It's stiff nib, but I think it is a pretty wet nib also. Reverse writing is super fine, a little dry and scratchy, and does dry out quite quickly. Fast writing I think you can see there is no issue there whatsoever. So I really think this is quite a nice nib. It writes well and in a pen that puts up a pretty good case to be sort of an everyday writer. Let's talk pros and cons. Starting with the cons, and these are all related to size, not performance or necessarily aesthetic, because I actually quite like the aesthetic of this pen. I think it's a cool design. My concerns are, firstly, this is a slim section. If you do not like slim sections, this will not be the pen for you. It is slim. It's not uncomfortable, it's not slippery, it's just slim. The next issue is that step down. Kind of unavoidable in a pen design like this. If you want those flush lines there, you're going to have a step down, and lots of pens have that. Because it is not a round pen, you do kind of feel the corners of the step down of the barrel, particularly if you hold it further back, if you're looking for a bit more width in the grip. And the other only issue I have is the length of the pen. If you have particularly large hands, this pen may be getting on the short side for you, but I think that is up to the individual user, of course. For the pros, the first one goes with its title. It's a portable fountain pen. It is portable. It carries well. With that tube holding onto the lanyard hole, with a lanyard hole in general, it doesn't need a clip. It doesn't roll around. For that respect, if you want a clip, this is not the pen for you either. But it's a good portable design. It's a good size. It's rugged. It's a heavy-duty material. And the idea of it getting scuffed, they provide sandpaper to do that. So it's not something you should be afraid of with this pen. So yeah, it's a strong, durable, portable pen. I really like this black finish. I love the lines of the brass coming through on the corners and on the edge of the cap there and things like that. I think that's a really nice touch. I think it's a beautiful color scheme, and I think it's a really unique looking pen. I really enjoy the packaging. I know that's a strange thing to say, but when you get this, it feels like you're getting something classy. It's a reasonably decent sized box. You get some interesting things with it. The packaging makes this pen a bit of an experience as well. And then the two final ones, first is the nib. Great nib, writes beautifully, smooth, reliable, no hard starts, no skipping, nothing like that. Just lays down a lovely consistent line, wet, but not gushing wet, no fire hose, and as I said, it's reliable, it's smooth, it writes under its own weight. There's no issue there whatsoever. And then the final pro, in my opinion, is just it's a really cool pen. It's got cool factor. It's got that something about it. It looks unique. It's not going to be for everyone, absolutely. But it's got a unique look, which I think is cool. It's a sort of slightly minimalist, but also packed with features. Really interesting pen, and already a conversation started with people when they see this pen because it is unique. This was the YStudio portable fountain pen in the brassing finish. I hope you found this video interesting and useful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications button if you want to stay up to date with the videos that I produce. Please feel free to get in touch using any of the platforms listed below. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at @_offstage_me, or you can contact me on any of my videos here or drop me an email which is listed down below. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, or if there's a way you'd like to support the channel by sponsoring a review or providing an item for review, I would love to hear from you. In the meantime, enjoy your pens, enjoy writing, and I'll talk to you soon.